somewhere in the back of your mind, you already know. She is not confused. She already decided. Right now, you are spending your days trying to solve a mystery that was never actually a mystery. You replay conversations looking for the moment things changed. You want to ask mutual friends if she said anything. You keep telling yourself that if you just find the right words, the right explanation, the right apology, the confusion will clear and she will come back to how things were. But there was no confusion. There was a decision, made quietly, somewhere she never announced out loud, and everything since then has just been the slow reveal of something that was already settled. This is one of the hardest truths you will have to accept because accepting it means giving up the fantasy that there is still something to fix. As long as you believe she is confused, you believe there is a puzzle you can solve. The moment you accept she already decided, you are left with something much harder. Acceptance. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus built his entire philosophy around one central idea. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your own judgments, your own choices, your own effort, these belong to you. Other people's decisions do not. He wrote that we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by the opinions we hold about what happens. Right now, the story you are telling yourself, that there is still time, that the right move will change her mind, that she just needs more clarity from you. That story is the source of your suffering far more than the situation itself. Here is what actually happened, stripped of the story. She evaluated the relationship, weighed what she was receiving against what she was giving, and reached a conclusion. That conclusion may have formed over months of quiet disappointment, or it may have crystallized in a single moment you never even noticed. Either way, by the time you saw the outward signs, the withdrawal, the shorter replies, the distance, the decision inside her was usually already made. What you are witnessing is not the decision happening, it is the decision becoming visible to you. Right now, you are probably responding to this visibility by trying to reverse a decision that has already been finalized. You are increasing effort at the exact moment effort has stopped mattering. You are explaining yourself to someone who has already stopped needing an explanation. And in doing so, you are extending your own suffering far longer than necessary, chasing a version of events that stopped being true the moment she made up her mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Her decision is an outside event. It is not yours to control, reverse, or negotiate. What remains entirely yours is how you carry yourself in response to it. That is not a consolation prize. That is the entire game, and you cannot afford to keep missing it because you are too busy trying to win a hand that was already closed. So, what does it actually look like for you to accept this instead of fighting it? Start by dropping the investigation. Stop trying to find the exact moment things broke, the specific thing you said, the precise mistake that explains everything. Even if you found it, it would not undo the decision. Understanding the cause does not reverse the effect. Let the investigation go. Resist the urge to present your case. Right now, there is a specific kind of desperation in you that wants to show up as over-explaining, laying out every reason why things should go back to how they were, presenting evidence as if she is a jury still deliberating. She is not deliberating. The verdict is in. Presenting more evidence to someone who has already reached a conclusion will not change the conclusion. It will only show her how much you are still fighting a battle that ended without you. Trust actions over words. She may still say kind things to you. She may still be polite, still respond to your messages, still seem uncertain on the surface. Do not mistake her softness for reconsideration. She can be gentle with you even after she has already decided to leave, because gentleness costs her nothing once the decision is made. Watch what she does with her time, her attention, and her effort toward you. That will always tell you more than what she says in a moment of politeness. There is a particular trap waiting for you here, even now that you understand everything up to this point. It is the trap of mixed signals. She responds warmly one day and distantly the next, and that inconsistency becomes fuel for your hope. Surely, if she was fully decided, she would be cold all the time, you tell yourself. But her decision does not have to be maintained with perfect consistency for it to be real, especially if she still cares about not causing you pain. She can be fully decided and still soften occasionally out of guilt, familiarity, or simple human warmth. If you keep reading too much into the soft moments and ignoring the overall pattern, you will stay stuck in this for months after it was already resolved. The pattern is the truth you need to hold on to. A single warm text from her is not the pattern. Look at her trajectory over weeks, not the fluctuation within any single day, and that trajectory will rarely lie to you even when individual moments seem to contradict it. Seneca wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Much of your pain right now is not coming from what has actually happened. It is coming from the story your mind keeps building about what it means, that you are not enough, that you will never find this again, that if you had just done one thing differently, none of this would be happening. None of that is fact. It is your imagination, dressed up as certainty, and you are allowed to put it down. Here is what this actually frees you to do. The moment you stop trying to reverse a decision that is not yours to reverse, you get your energy back. You get your time back. You get to stop performing for an audience that already left the theater. You get to redirect everything you were spending on reversing her decision into building the version of yourself that decisions like this cannot shake. This does not mean shutting down emotionally or pretending you feel nothing. It means doing what the Stoics called living according to nature, accepting reality as it actually is instead of the version you wish were true, and directing your energy only toward what remains genuinely within your power. You cannot control what she decided. You can control whether you spend the next 6 months rebuilding your discipline, your friendships, and your sense of self, or spend it rehearsing arguments for a case that already closed. This is not about pretending it does not hurt you. It will hurt, and pretending otherwise would be its own kind of dishonesty. But there is a difference between feeling something fully and organizing your entire life around reversing it. Feel it. Let it move through you. Then put your attention back where it actually belongs, on the things that are still yours to build. She already decided. That sentence used to sound like an ending to you. Once you actually accept it, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes the moment you stopped negotiating for someone else's certainty and started building your own. If this gave you clarity, subscribe. New videos like this come out every week, And drop a comment telling me if you already knew the decision was made before you were willing to admit it to yourself. I read every single one.